Okay, hey Pisces, this is going to be your 2020 psychic forecast. So, I've decided to start this series with your video this time because I figure Pisces always get forgotten or have to wait the longest for their reading. So, y'all are getting first dibs this time. So, this is going to be a very free-flowing, freely structured reading. I'm going to basically set it out like we're going to tune into your energy for 2020. We're going to look at the start, the middle, and the end of the year, and we're going to explore love and money. All right. So I'm just going to get into it. It won't be that long. Wow. We got Judgment, we got the King of Pentacles, and we've got the Ten of Swords. So let's do one more for the start of your year. One more. Okay, wow. Wow. So the start of your year, it's a lot of tying up loose ends. It's a lot of things coming to a close. I think maybe I'm hearing your new beginning is going to happen for you more towards the within the first quarter of 2020, rather than say January 1st. It's going to be a bit slower of fruition for you or something. But I think this is positive overall. We have two queens. We have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. So to me, this is really, really positive because I see a theme for you in 2020, especially, like I said, the start of the year. It's really going to be around you balancing your intuitive mind or your intuitive knowing with your intellectual mind. And I know for Pisces, one of your strengths is your intuition, is your comfort level with the unknown. It's a beautiful thing. So I really see the start of 2020 being a time where you can really bring that into balance for yourself. It may even involve a career because we have the Ten of Pentacles here. So it may involve a career direction where, you're able to bring more of your intuition into it, and yet also perhaps show a different side of yourself to people, in that you can be assertive with this Queen of Swords. You can be assertive. You can be a little bit analytical. You can be a little bit critical, but that's maybe a strength for you at this time is what I'm feeling into. It's going to be a strength for you. You're not going to see it as a weakness. There's also a message that I think if you identify as having psychic gifts, I think that they're going to becoming more solidified for you. Definitely you're going to be experiencing recognition for these gifts like you've never done before, I'm seeing. Now we also have the Ten of Swords and the Six of Swords, so you might be carrying some heartbreak over into 2020. This could simply mean I'm just tapping in. I think this is to do with this Judgment. This Ten of Swords is to do with this Judgment card around tying up karmic loose ends and perhaps having to, at some level, grieve something, let something go, let something die. Even if that's just an old way of being, an old way you used to be in the world. I think it's going to bring up some grief. I'm almost hearing this thing around you're going to see yourself in a new way. You're going to really this Six of Swords. You're going to see yourself in a new way. You're going to observe yourself in a different way. And it's you're letting go of self-doubt and you're actually standing into confidence. And this Ten of Swords energy is really coming from you needing to, well, not needing to, but you recognizing the ways that people have doubted you before. People have not trusted you. People have not seen this sensitivity as a gift. People have not seen your intuition as being worth listening to. And you're really taking a stand against this within your own self, within your own nature. You're deciding for yourself that you deserve better, and you're deciding for yourself that you're worth better. You're deciding for yourself that you, like, every single part of you is a gift. There's no part of you that needs to be shut down or ignored. You're beautiful as a whole, and I really see you like flourishing in this wholeness. And it may involve cutting certain people out of your life who have always doubted you or who have always put you down, because you don't want that. Spirit's saying with this Judgment card at the start of 2020, you may be shown who is on your side and who is not. And there may be some choices that need to be made around that, or there may be some pain around what is revealed to you to be true. The theme of truth is very, very strong for you in 2020. Becoming truthful with yourself, becoming truthful with the world, as in becoming who you are and showing the world that, saying this is who I am and I 100% accept myself. And not really caring if anyone else does. That's your energy for 2020, the start, and I love it. I love it, Pisces. I see you as well detaching from anything that is too, how do I word this? You're going to have an amount of freedom from feeling really like bogged down in very intense emotional experiences or rumination. You're going to like almost be given this gift, I'm hearing, of an elevated perspective of things. Like you're going to see things from very, very high up, like the highest perspective, like our higher self's perspective of our life, or our soul's perspective of our life, our multi-life journey. And yeah, it's going to be like a gift, because you're going to see things for how they are, for what they were, and for what they taught you. And it's going to be this real energy of peace, surrender, and love that you embody through this perspective you're given or offered. Okay, let's do an oracle card for this first part of the year. Be strong. It says, you are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. Yeah. I think that's referring to this 10 of Swords, just to know you are strong, and that, you know, everything has meaning, and it's really our responsibility to find meaning in life, you know. And I think this is really your quest for 2020 is you're going to be a meaning maker, and people are going to come to you and ask for meaning in their life, because the perspective you have and that you were given and that you have now internalized and integrated at this point in 2020, it's incredibly valuable. I'm hearing it's invaluable, like it's priceless. And you're really going to be able to, like I said, offer this to people. You're incredibly strong. And this grief, your ability to purge these old emotions is only strengthening you now. You're like very, very strong 2020. Don't let anyone question your strength, Pisces. Now we're going to the middle of the year. You're going to be working very, very hard. Very hard worker. Middle of the year. Lots of collaboration and a little bit of heartbreak. Not necessarily completely, but we have this 8 of Cups, which is actually Pisces energy, and we have this 5 of Swords. So although the imagery on the 5 of Swords, I don't know if you can see, it's pretty like hostile. Actually, the energy of this card is it's not too bad. I simply think that there's going to be a lot of collaboration. Like Pisces 2020, especially the middle of 2020, you're going to be given the opportunity to collaborate with so many people in so many different ways, in so many different settings. And at times, because of the amount of people in your circulation, I think you're going to find that at times you have a clash with them, just sometimes. And it's not going to be very many people, because you're actually a very easy sign to get along with, in my opinion. But yeah, so the middle of 2020, there will be a conflict in your work, with someone you work with, or just in someone you're collaborating with. I'm seeing like some of you might like reach out for help, like even if it's from a doctor or something, and you just feel let down by them, you feel disappointed by what you received. Yeah, so really your focus middle of the year is on work, because you're going to have a lot of opportunities coming in. There's going to be like so many opportunities. You're going to feel creatively on fire in 2020, like really, really, really hot stuff 2020. Pisces, watch out. Like, yeah, you're going to feel really, really like creatively like a jetpack or something, I'm hearing. So yes, you may burn out though, so watch for burnout. Make sure you rest, because you have a very sensitive endocrine system, Pisces, so like you need to rest as much as you can, like between work, balance it. So we have the Hierophant and the Eight of Cups, so I see you learning a spiritual lesson around the nature of your relationship with yourself, and what it means to not abandon ourselves. So I see for you this playing out in the arena of, you know, you're giving too much over time to certain people in your life, perhaps one person, perhaps multiple people. And then by middle of the year, like, that just cracks for you. You can't keep giving without receiving back. And you start to feel abandoned by them. You start to feel let down, disappointed, and you're going to need to make this vocally known, or it might just come out of you, like you might kind of explode a little bit because you feel really let down by this person who's just taking from you. So middle of the year, yeah, there's a very big spiritual lesson coming in for you. So you're going to learn about your relationship with yourself, and how much you have to give to yourself in order for you to feel like not only you're staying afloat, but you're truly thriving, you know. Yeah, there's a lot of interplay between survival and like success. And I think, you know, it's a real polarity that you're exploring in 2020. You're exploring like the highs and the lows of success and of survival, and really like recognizing for yourself the meaning that you give to life. And yeah, I just see you really strengthening your relationship to yourself as well middle of the year. Like, yeah, sacred space, create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. Look, I really feel like you're learning that your sacred space is in you. It's already in you. And you're accessing that with this Hierophant. You're accessing that space, and you're really like allowing yourself to live from that space. And you're being more selective about who you let into that space as well. You know, you're not just letting anyone in. You're certainly like, you know, not letting them just camp out there. It's like if they're allowed in, then that's a very special thing, and they're not allowed to just live there. You know, they need to create their own sacred space. They can't just live in ours. So I think that's a really big theme for you middle of the year. And I guess Spirit's saying as well, you know, have boundaries and be careful about how much you're giving to people, really. And end of the year now, I might just make some space. End of the year for Pisces. Oh, we got the Star card. Oh, end of the year, Pisces. Oh, you're joking. Oh, you're joking. We have the Knight of Swords and the Star card. We have the High Priestess and the Ace of Pentacles. And we have the Ten of Pentacles and the World. Pisces, I cannot even express to you how positive this energy is. Okay, end of the year. It goes like this. You start to get a bit, it's like you've been working so hard all year, and then you start to get restless, you get urgent. You're like, hey, I want to see results. I've been working this hard, like, it's time for me to see what I've been putting out there, you know? And then boom, you're hit with this star energy. I think that for a lot of you, I'm getting a message, music, art. All of a sudden your music takes off. You get seen, you get heard, you get noticed, or in your art, or in some kind of professional sense, because of the amount of Pentacles energy we have. And the star talks about our life purpose here on earth. So I see you fully aligning with your life purpose. It takes a little bit of shit to wade through the start of the year, and then boom, you are there. Like, there's really like the cards that have come out for the end of the year, I'm kind of like, where else can you ascend to? Like, it's sort of like you've made it. We have the World, we have the 10 of Pentacles. Like, not only is your financial situation going to be on point, like you are going to be swimming in the cash, because we have the Ace to the 10. That's like a full cycle, right? Ace to 10. Whoa, that's a very, very, very stable cash flow. But then we have the Star and the High Priestess. And to me, this talks about our spiritual like meaning, or our spiritual commitment to ourselves this lifetime. What does our soul want us to do? What does our soul want us to explore? Why are we really here? What's the point of life anyway? And you're answering this for yourself. You have done the work to find the answers for yourself. You know, this intuition you were listening to at the start of the year is paying off. Like, these loose ends you tied up start of the year. Boom, now you're given the World. It goes Judgment to the World. You've done the work. Like, the amount of progress I'm hearing for you is outstanding, Pisces, because you know how many of us just stay in this Judgment energy for years. We can stay here for years, and that's no judgment, because sometimes that's necessary and everyone has their own path. But I just want to say, like, this is big work that you're doing. This is big headway that you're making, and this is not like little stuff. This is like your life dreams. Do you know what I mean? This is like everything you have ever wanted. The World. It's amazing. So your financial situation is going to be very, very stable. You're going to feel very fulfilled. There may be travel opportunities. You may be traveling to see family end of 2020. You may be having a family end of 2020. Some of you may be getting pregnant or married. Like, this talks about family, and this talks about completion, or ascension, or enlightenment even. Like, yeah, it's real big. Okay, we'll do another of these. Undying love. The love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. Yeah, so this ascension may involve you like leaving some things behind. For some of you, I'm even hearing you might have to relocate. You might have to move countries or cities because of new opportunities that are available to you. There's even going to be this energy of nostalgia for you end of the year, where you're looking back and you're like, wow, you know, I didn't realize how sacred everything was at the time, but it really was. So Spirit's just saying, like, yeah, take that sacredness in. Take the sacredness of this moment in now, because we never know where we're going to be taken in life, and sometimes we don't realize how special things are just as they are, and then everything changes, and we forgot to just take in that gratitude for that moment. So that's really what I think this card is saying. It's saying, look, there's a lot coming to you in 2020. Look, I just hit this World card again. There's so much coming to you. There's so much happiness, abundance, fulfillment, love, success, ascension. I'm hearing worship. So maybe you're going to meet someone and they just worship you. But ultimately, and you're good at this, Pisces, but to feel a level of gratitude for where you are, a level of where I am right now is so sacred, because I'll never be here again. Like, this is the final time I'll live this moment. Do you know what I mean? All right, we're going to do one card about your love life for 2020. Thinking of you, a loving thought, serendipity. So someone's thinking of you, Pisces. They're thinking of you for sure. Yeah, this is a really positive card. It's almost like the sun energy I'm getting. So it's almost like I'm getting like your love life is going to feel very authentic, very truthful, very aligned with your life, your solar purpose. Like, this is my value, meaning, purpose in life, and I'm going after that. And like, your partner or your love connection is going to be very, very supportive of you. Again, I'm picking up this element of maybe there's going to be an element of like long distance between you by the end of the year, because you might have to be like I said, you might be working somewhere overseas or getting a job opportunity interstate, or have to tour on like a music tour or something. For some of you, I'm really seeing that. So yeah, I think this is another message of like, no matter how things are between you guys, like just to feel grateful that you're like, if you are with them, that you have them, you know, because again, we never know where life's going to take us, and sometimes we don't realize like how good we've got it, even if it's a little bit comfortable or mundane, you know. Sometimes we miss that later on. Okay, thank you, Pisces. I really hope this reading was like helpful for you. I didn't want to make it too long because I think sometimes it's best to just let life unfold without us having to analyze every second of it, but I do think it's also like good to look into the future and feel hopeful and feel like we can achieve what we want. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.